Hello, welcome to my channel. If you're here for the first time, welcome back. If you've been following. I honestly had some plans and I was gonna do it before my plans and then I didn't. So, welcome to the 11th hour. That is how I do my videos. But happy Saturday! And it's the last Saturday in March. So let's get ready for this March wrap up. If you're new to my channel, every month I do a video of wrapping up all the books that I read that month so that you know which videos to go and watch. So we started with the Skyward, finishing up Brandon Sanderson's Skyward series. So go check out that video. So this is Star Sight. Right, so Spinza made it to the sky, but the truths she learned there were crushing. The rumors of her father's betrayal are true, and now she can't stop wondering what if whatever happened to him could one day happen to her. Spinza is determined to find out, but each answer she uncovers reveals a dozen new questions about the war, about her enemies, and even about Spinza herself. Humankind has always celebrated heroes, but humanity just might be the very evil the galaxy needs to be protected from. So, five out of 5. I'm not going to talk about the books. I'll just read them. If you want to hear my thoughts, go watch the video. So, that was the first book I read. Then, book 3 in the series, Cytonic. Yeah, this is the third book in the Skyward series by Brandon Sanderson. Sorry, I need to blow my nose. So, to save her home, she must leave it behind. Spinza's life as a defiant Defense Force pilot has been far from ordinary. Now the superiority, the governing galactic alliance, bent on dominating all human life, has started a galaxy-wide war, and Spinza knows that there is no defeating the predator they've weaponized. Unless, that is, Spinza can figure out what her own cytonic powers mean, but to discover what truly is, she'll have to enter the nowhere, a place from which few ever return. To have courage means facing fear, and this mission is terrifying. So that is a little bit about Cytonic. 5 out of 5. Again, go watch my wrapping up the Skyward series. Okay, next one I read. This is Skyward. Book 4 is Defiant. The final book in the Skyward series will see humanity freed or see it fall forever. Spinza has made it out of the nowhere, but what she saw in the space between the stars has changed forever. She came face to face with the Delvers and finally got answers to questions she's had about her own strange cytonic gifts. While Spinza was gone, her team Skyward Flight was able to hold the superiority off, even collect allies to help with the cause. But it's only a matter of time until humanity and the rest of the galaxy falls. Defeating them will require all the knowledge Spinza gathered while in the nowhere, but being cytonic is more complicated than she could ever have imagined. Now Spinza must ask herself, how far is she willing to go for victory? So that is Defiant. 5 out of 5. Again, go check out that video, especially because I share some of my thoughts about Brandon Sanderson as an author, so go check that out. You know, I've been working on this. This is the Sackett series by Louis L'Amour. I read Lando. I read like 1, 2, 3 of these a month. I'm trying. There's just so many of them. I cannot talk. Literally, there's like 20. So, this is the next one I read. I've been reading them. It says, in Lando, Louis L'Amour has created an unforgettable portrait of a unique American hero. For 6 long years, Orlando Sackett survived the horrors of a brutal Mexican prison. He survived by using his skills as a boxer and making 3 vows. The first was to exact revenge on the hired killers who framed him. The second was to return to his father, and the third was to find Jin Locklear. But the world has changed a lot since Lando left it. His father's missing, the woman he loves is married, and the killers want him dead. Hardened physically and emotionally, Lando must begin an epic journey to resolve his past, even if it costs him his life. So that is Lando. Stay tuned for this video. It is coming. I was trying to break it up, but I think after the series I'm currently reading, they're small. I don't know. Every time I think I'm going to sit down and just finish them, I look at the pile and there's still like 10 more, and I'm like, that's a lot. Especially where, 11th hour. I'm like barely getting these books done before, so I'm like, I'm doing these every week. It's a lot. So, stay tuned for the sockets video where I talk about all of them. I'm trying. Okay. Then, there's 4 that I read digitally. One is, check out my video, finishing up the Air Force romance. So this is what I read last February. Because February I did romance. So, learning to fly. So I'm trying to see if there is a... So, sorry, cover. Woo. Learning to Fly by Challen Linton. So this one, sorry, there's no summary for this one. So this one is about a girl. I'm blanking on the name. Cassie. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is about Cassie. She moves to an Air Force base in Texas with her brother, Noah, because Noah's was married, but his wife passed away. She got sick. So she's going there for, I think it was a year. She plans on being there a year just to help him out while he gets in the routine of things. But who should also be there going to pilot school because her brother's an Air Force pilot. So he's teaching there. Who should be there but one of her ex-boyfriends. So can their second chance love find wings to soar? Read it and find out. 5 out of 5. Love this. I did a video on this, so go watch the video about Air Force romance series. Okay. Sorry, again, Piper. Okay. This one is about Piper. She sees this guy, this Air Force. He's dressed in a military uniform for the Air Force Base. There's no Air Force Base close by. She's like, wow, okay, why is traffic taking so long? She sees this Air Force guy helping. Kai's car's broke down. She sees him helping him move it out of the intersection. Then she goes to pick up her laundry, not thinking about it, but who should enter but the guy, so she offers to pay for it. Bing. Story starts. So that is just story. Just, your typical meet cute. Gabriel's looking for a co-pilot, but when he sets his sights on Piper, will she fly or flee? Go read to find out. 5 out of 5. I really like these. So I was going to say more, but then I realized my wrap-ups are not for going into detail. It's just telling you what the book's about. Okay, next up, I'm just going to do these two. I didn't know there was more of these, but when I was in high school, I read The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. This is a series about these 4 best friends, right? They call themselves the Septembers. Their moms all met each other in like a yoga class for expecting moms. And so they just grew up, they've been best friends. In the series, The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants starts with them. They're going to be going off on each one's, they're not going to be together in the summer. I don't remember if they're all going someplace different, or there might be 2 that stay and 2 that go off. Anyway, they find these pair of pants that magically fit all of them, which is a miracle. And so this whole series is just about, they use the pants to stay together. Like, they write memories on the pants, and they each, I think they get it for like 2 weeks at a time, and they just rotate all summer. So, this one is Sisterhood Everlasting. I think this is number 5. Okay. 4 friends, 1 sisterhood. 10 years later, the story continues. So this is just them 10 years as adults. So they're done with college. They're just lifing it up. Because, kids want to grow up, but then you just got to life it up, right? So go check out that video. The next one was 3 Willows. The sisterhood grows. This is kind of like one of those 4.5s. So this is just 3 best friends that grew up hearing the legend. The legend of this sisterhood, because they are a legend. I mean, come on, like the fact that a pair of pants fit 4 sisters. Anyway, so this is just them. I liked both of those books. 5 out of 5. These series were kind of last minute because they were shorter. So I threw them on there because I was not getting the books read that I thought I was. So, yeah. So that is that. Okay, the last 2 books. Guys, I know we read so much. So, this is the Songs of Chaos series. This was given to me by my brother Ian. Go check out his channel, by the way. He has a thing with dragon riders. So he's like, do you want them? I was like, sure. So this is actually the first series this year that I think I am reading, that I'm starting from the beginning. Like, I'm reading the entire series. And now I'm trying to go through all of my books. Yeah, this is the first one. So, as you can see, they're bigger books. So, stay tuned for this. I'm trying to get these done. There's 2 more of these. There's 4 so far. I don't know if there's any more. But Songs of Chaos, Book 1, Ascendant. Holt Cook was never meant to be a dragon rider. He has always served the Order Hall of the crag, dutifully keeping their kitchen pans clean. His last name is Cook, because that's their profession. Until he discovers a dark secret, dragons do not tolerate weakness among their kin, killing the young they deem flawed. Moved by pity, Holt defies the order, rescues a doomed egg, and vows to protect the blind dragon within. But the scourge is rising. Undead hordes roam the land, spreading the blight and leaving destruction in their wake. The dragon riders are being slaughtered, and betrayal lurks in the shadows. Holt has one chance to survive. He must cultivate the mysterious power of his dragon's magical core, a unique enemy which may trip the balance in the battles to come and prove to the world that a servant is worthy after all. So, that is this. Stay tuned, that a video is coming. Like I said, there's 4 of these. Just finished book 2 today. Started book 3. So, stay tuned for that. I'm hoping next week's video will be this one. We'll see if I can get the 2. They're all like this long. And I'm a slow reader. And I make myself busy. Need to do more audiobooks, I've decided. So that I can get these read. But, so, Ascendant. I'm not going to give you a rating yet, because I want you to watch the video. So, the second one, Unbound 2, Songs of Chaos, Book 2. Holt and Ash save the kingdom of Feorlin against all odds. Now they are outcast, alone on an impossible quest to unite the Elder Dragons, but they are children playing a game of Dragon Lords. Trapped between the riders, servants of Sovereign, and the Scourge, even their luck cannot last forever. The only hope is to advance their bond by any means necessary. In Feorlin, Talia faces a world unaccepting of a rider queen. Her counselors will not heed her warnings of Sovereign. Sorry guys, I'm yawning a lot. Foreign powers threaten war and bloodshed. Pleas sent to rider headquarters fall on deaf ears. All the while, Sovereign regathers his strength in an ancient fortress. Enthralled cultists swell his ranks. Disillusioned riders flock to his cause. And his unwilling servant, Ostric Agravain, scurs the land for dragon eggs. There are new types of magic to be discovered, and Sovereign intends to control them all. Only the mysterious half-dragon Rick has a plan to stop Sovereign. To pull it off, he's going to need a team. So that is Unbound. Guys, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10 books. So proud of myself. But yeah, that is this wrap up. If you're new, don't forget to hit that. I'll give it a thumbs up. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And share this with anyone, especially if they're wanting to know what any of these books are about. It's a good video to share with them. If you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because what better use of your time do you have than watching my channel? And if you haven't already, hit that notification button so you don't miss a video. I have fun doing this. So, you don't want to miss my fun videos. And as always, last but certainly not least, I'd love to hear from you. So comment about any of these books that I just did. So I have like 3 piles, so I'm like touching them all. Please comment on any of these that you have read. I'd love to hear your opinions. Fun challenges like I've just been reading, but any fun ways you would like to see me read these books, any specific recommendations about good series to read, because there are some available weeks. I will say fantasy is probably my favorite genre. Romance is my second. know that I don't like language as much as I can, and no spice. So I prefer my romances, like the Air Force romance. No spice, no language. So, yep, any recommendations you have of series? Because there's so many I need to fill out, and we'll see you next week. Bye.